Hello again, everyone, and welcome to American Idioms Part 2. This is the second video in my American Idiom series, and like the first video, I'll be explaining 5 more idioms for you, numbered 6 through 10. But first, I'll give you a chance to guess the meanings to each one of them. So, are you ready? Okay, here we go. Here's number 6. The example is, my uncle has a lot of willpower because even though he had smoked for over 20 years, he was able to quit doing it cold turkey. Can you guess the meaning? If you guessed C, to give up something all at once, you are correct. And that's what cold turkey means. Now, this is usually used to mean that a person stops doing an addiction that they have. It can be smoking, it can be maybe drugs, or maybe even gambling. And to stop doing it all at once and not gradually means to quit something cold turkey. Here's another example for you. He was a compulsive gambler, and the only way he could stop gambling was when he did it cold turkey. He stopped doing it completely. He didn't gradually stop doing it. He stopped it all at once. No more gambling. That's to quit something cold turkey. All right. Number 7. The example is, our teacher got the ball rolling in class today by giving us a pop quiz. Can you guess the meaning? If you guessed A, to get something started, then you are correct. And that's what to get the ball rolling means. And in our example, the teacher started the class by giving the quiz. A pop quiz is a short quiz, a kind of a surprise quiz. Okay? So to get the ball rolling means to start something. And here's another example. If we had gotten the ball rolling on the project last week, we would probably be finished with it by now. In our example, if they had started the project last week, they would have been finished. You see? To begin something. And that's how it's used. Now for number 8. The example is, we were able to clear the air with our boss yesterday about all of the new unpopular policy changes at work. Can you guess the meaning? Did you guess A, to explain something to remove misunderstandings or doubts? Well, if you did, you got it correct. That's what to clear the air means. And that's what happened in our example here too. The employees must have had a lot of misunderstandings or maybe doubts about this or about these new unpopular policy changes at work, and they were finally able to clear them up or to talk about them, all right, or to have the boss explain them to them a little bit clearer. And that's what to clear the air means. To make sure that everybody understands things that maybe they may be a little unclear for them. Here's another example. Our son has been failing math this semester, and last night we were able to clear the air about it with him. So the family was able to figure out or understand the reasons why their son was failing math. They were clearing the air. They were getting rid of these misunderstandings. All right, number 9. And the example is, Jay and I were able to touch base last week, and we were finally able to find a solution to the problem at work that we have been dealing with for the past month. Can you guess the meaning? The meaning of touch base is to make contact with someone, and that's what happened in our example. Jay and the person in the example were able to make contact with each other. Maybe they weren't before this happened, but they finally got into contact with each other, and they were able to solve the problem that they had at work. So that's what touch base means, to make contact. All right, and here's another example. I need to touch base with my wife before I make any medical decision about our dog. All right, this one is very important. The person had to make contact or talk with his wife before he could make any decision about their dog. All right, so touch base, make contact, or talk with somebody, or be connected to somebody. All right. The final idiom, number 10. The example is, my friend Al always wants to talk shop, even if we go to a football game. Can you guess the meaning? Did you guess C? Well, if you did, you're correct. It's to talk. To talk shop means to talk about work. And this is what the person was talking about here. He talked about how his friend always talked about work, even when they went to a game where they were supposed to be enjoying themselves, but Al just kept talking about work. Here's another example for you. I hate it when I go out to eat dinner with my husband and his colleagues, because all they do is talk shop all night. So the woman here she hated going out with her husband and his colleagues at work, because instead of just talking about general things, maybe at dinner, all they did was talk about work. They were talking shop. Got it? That's all for this video. I hope you're having fun and learning about these idioms, and there'll be more coming very, very soon. All right, so thank you again for subscribing, and remember what I always say, keep practicing. See you next time.